right, anybody in yet? We're gonna make tops today, and I am using dowels. So I have a little piece in, we're gonna finish that up and then put some new ones in, see what happens. There's Pat. Just making tops. This is what I do. I've got some dowels left over, so I'm gonna try to make some small tops with dowels and see how they spin. This one's a little close to the chuck, so it's hard to get in there and really sand it. All right, so I'm gonna start with red and green, but if you have anything you'd like to see, definitely put some colors in the chat and we'll do our best. I'll even put some CA glue on it. Some of them we might not put CA glue on, some we will. Just kind of hit or miss. But I'm not going to change the speed. My belt's singing. It's cold. It's singing it's cold. It's cold outside. It's warming up though. We're gonna have a good warm gray and gray. Okay. I can do gray and gray. Gray and black. How about silver and black? Does that equal gray? That's good. Let's see if this thing spins. I think these are going to spin good because there's no knots in them. That's the knots usually throw off and they'll wobble and all that. So this is just a little guy from a dowel. And look at that spin. Almost can't even see it move. That's a good one. While that's going, I'm going to change the stock. Get that one out of there. That's all that's left. Lee Harris is in. Thank you, Lee. All right, we got one down. Let's keep going. Gotta figure out my tool rest is hanging up. I can't like put my finger on where it's hanging up. All right. I'll tell you, dowels turn so easy. They're just, it's a nice piece of wood. All right, Pat wants gray on gray. Don't see red or green. Gray and gray. Oh, I see what you're saying. I get it. Pat must be colorblind. You got me. Well, we're still gonna do a silver on black. I like silver on black. If I can find the black. Can't find my black. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. I need to figure out an electronic control somehow so I can change this on the fly. All right, this is modified red and green for Pat at the small wood lot. Some of us just see a little bit of red and green. Pat sees all of it red and green. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh. I made this one a little bit too tall, I think. There we go. That's a nice one. Hey, it's feisty. Doesn't want to stay put. Mike is in, Seti is in, Marvin is in. All right, real fast. There we go. Cool. All right, 2 down. These I'm gonna do with no CA. We're gonna do some quick ones. See how quick we can go. Somebody put in some colors. Somebody who hasn't talked yet, your 2 favorite colors, put them in the chat. Anybody? Colors? All right, we'll pick them. Let's do dark green and yellow. And maybe we'll throw in a little bit of blue. Blue. All right, let's see how this one goes. So I sharpened my spindle gouge, and it is cutting like butter. Inverted top, having the table with the point and the spinner having a concave center. I can probably do that. Let's try this one first. Ooh, look at that one spin. It is moving. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. All right, so for what Pat's asking for, I'm going to start out with this piece and make this a base, and then we'll make a top that spins on it. I think. We'll try it. Mike Stanifer is in. Hey, Mike. So the trouble will be, how do I get this to stay in one spot? Let me think about that while I'm making the top. So this is the base, and we're gonna make it spin on top of that. Let me think about that while I put in another piece. Now, I should have done the end before I did the stem, but I forgot, so. See what happens. That's tricky. Tricky. Always have a magnet handy in case you drop your tool behind the bench. All right, this might work. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So this is the base. This is the top. That's going to be tricky because I got to drop it. I don't know. I think I didn't make it deep enough. It's got to be perfectly centered. Yeah, it doesn't want to do that. Let me try another one. Pat, you always give me the good challenges. So what I'm trying to do here to get this to work, I don't think the other one will ever work because the center of gravity has to be below the point. On a normal one, it can be far above the point because we're spinning it, we don't care where it goes, but I need this one to stay upright on a point. So I'm going to bring that center of gravity way down and it's going to spin up here. But the center of gravity is going to be below that point. So that's what I'm working on. All right, I think this is going to do it. Trying to feel with that center, but it's too late now because I already made the stem. So, all right, let's try it. All right, so that's the inside. Very light. Where's my spinning surface? Make sure that it, oh, I gotta make it narrower. Hold on. Well, we can just do it on this one. Made it a little too short, too deep. See if this will work. All right. So this one will sit kind of like that. How to do it without blocking. I don't know. Might not be able to get it to work. It like wants to grab. Let me try something. I think this needs to be a little bit sharper. That's not gonna work. Like I need a nail or something metal. Okay, now I'm also gonna do make the point pointy. All right, last try, and then I will try to work on that pat for another live stream because I need to get, well, I guess I have 15 minutes. I've got time. We can make a dreidel, I think. Yeah, I just can't get it to spin on. Today I'm getting my workout, bending down and picking these up. Let's do this. just does not want to stay on it. So let's see. How about the end of a tiny drill bit? See if we can get it to work. Ooh, almost. Yeah, it just wants to fly off. So I think you're right. I think it's too light. It needs to be heavier with the like I said, the center of gravity lower. And now it's down behind. So that one's gone. All right, let's make a dreidel. That's a good idea. Start with some square stock. Somebody put in the chat what the 4 markings are on a dreidel. There's 4 sides to it. Somebody look up and tell. I have looked it up. My memory is not great. I know there's 4 markings and I know they mean something, but I don't want to speak out of turn. Oh, come on. So somebody look that up and put it in the chat, and then we'll write it on. So the other thing is I got to get this almost perfectly centered. So let's do this, that, a little bit out, in. That looks pretty good right there. Okay. Pat's going, all right. Thanks for stopping in. I will work on that, Pat. I will work on that. An upside down top. look this up because I know it means something. So let me look this up. Yes, I love to take suggestions, especially making tops. I've made hundreds and probably thousands of tops. Maybe not thousands. Nun, Gimel, High, and Shin. For a great miracle happened here. Rule and spin top. Nothing, get all, get half, put in. Okay, so these are, it's like almost like a dice game, I guess. So it means something great happened here. And I think it was from the Passover, right? Somebody, please correct me if I'm wrong. They're Hebrew letters. Let me get... Just a touch of sanding. Even if you're not Jewish, I'm not Jewish, but it's good to know other cultures, history, all that stuff. Right, not perfect. We don't do perfect here. Okay, so what this means is something great happened here, and I am going to, so it is Nun, High, Gimel, and Shin. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing those right, but it is nothing, we'll say that's none, all, half, put in. So it's kind of like a spinning dice game, I guess. I don't know. I'm sure there's somebody that knows the rules of that much better. So I wrote on there none, all, half, and put in. And that is right from Google. So, sorry, hit the wrong button. Sorry, hit the wrong button. Did you say it about, did I misread? Let me go back to my chat here. Just like I said above, who is that? Pam. I have made dreidels. Oh, I see what you're saying. Game rule, nothing, get all, get half, put in. Okay, yeah, so I hadn't looked it up yet, so I didn't realize what you were saying. But yes, you are exactly right. None, all, half, put in. So I have made these before. I have videos on my, if you haven't yet, check out my channel. I have 500, almost 1,000 videos of making stuff. Live streams, shorts, full videos, all of that. So they're hard to find if you want to look up the dreidel one, but if you search Bailey Woodworks dreidel, I think I made 2. All right, now the tricky part is, typically I will hold my hand and cut them off. This one I can't do because it has 4 sides, so it might go flying. There we go. Not too bad. All right, so then we're gonna spin it. And this is hard, like I should probably have painted this before if I wanted it all different colors, because it's square, so it's hard to color on the lathe. All right, let me get back to the chat. Okay. So we spin it. And how do you determine what is up? Like it lands. So I probably need to square these more so it lands with one of them up. So I would say this one's all or none. I don't know. I'm sure there's better ways to make them. Oh, plus this is dished out a little bit, so it's not going to be exactly flat. But that is a dreidel. So it's a little bit different from a spinning top, that the spinning tops are round and don't really mean anything. You can battle them, but it doesn't have meaning. Like the dreidel means something great happened here. So it's like Passover or different things in the Jewish faith that something great happened. So the children play with the dreidel and then they remember. So anyway, I got to go back to work. Thanks for stopping in. Check out the channel. We make all kinds of stuff. I love having everyone in. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I don't know if I'm going to do any videos before Christmas. We might, so pay attention. But if I don't see you, you have purpose, you have value, and you are loved. God bless.